everyone, it is I, Reversal, and in this video I'm going to explain to you how you can join my guild called Incognito. And before we get into that, the gameplay footage that I'm showing you or not is totally unrelated to everything, so just to make that out, just to get it out of the way for you guys. And also wanted to tell you guys that Incognito is a Android only guild. That means that people from iOS unfortunately cannot join us because there are two different servers on this game. And also I wanted to tell you guys that if you do not follow this video, your application shall be declined automatically. And if that actually does happen, please rewatch this video step by step to get an understanding of what it needs, what you need to take, what it takes to become a part of Incognito. So I also wanted to tell everybody that if you're interested in forming an alliance or everything, or form a second guild, I'm not interested in any of that. I have my reasons for that, so please respect them. So first step is, what do you need to know about us? Well, I'm going to divide everything in a couple of things. I have like a whole list of things written down here for you guys to make it easier on you. And well, I'm just going to do it by a number step. So number one, we are a social guild and a friendly guild. And basically every single member in Incognito is considered to be a family on Knights and Dragons with us. And some of our members like to talk about their daily stuff because they feel comfortable doing so. And some of the other members just like talking about other stuff, like let's say anime, or just going out and drinking, or movies, or the other kinds of stuff. And well, we kind of respect that and we accept that, of course. And I think that basically a good atmosphere is key into having a good guild. Running a good guild is very important. Also, to give you guys a heads up, some of our members have been with us since day one. And they simply don't just want to give up their spot because, they feel right at home with us. And I kind of respect that, so in return, you will be treated equal. But of course, they also require some respect. I mean, they don't require respect, but it would be nice if they actually got some respect. Number two, we also use the line chat. This is a must. I mean, communication is the key to everything, and I don't really wish to communicate through the guild chat because, well, I'd say the guild chat is buggy half of the time. Like the screen and everything won't show, and that is very troublesome. And I never really look on here, so I am always on the line chat. So if you guys want to talk to me, I'll be on the line chat, but I'm not gonna respond in the guild chat. Number three, we coordinate guild wars. This is an event in which almost every member gets online on the line chat and also actively talking. And at a time when you're sleeping, there might be a chance for you to be waking up with, I'd say 300 new messages online. And I believe that the Guild Wars is a team event, so we kinda have to work together in order to get a good rank. We always try to aim for top 250, and our guild motto basically is team, which stands for together everyone achieves more. Number four, if you don't contribute, it's fine. We hold no limits when it comes down to contribution. Number five is everyone in Incognito should be treated as an equal. I basically do not care how strong you are, what you've achieved, which rank you are. Everybody in Incognito will be considered as an equal, so make sure that you take note of that. Number five, or I mean number six even, we do not care about power. We are definitely not going to defeat the Death Knights or anything, so we're not even going to aim for the top 10 ever. We are a fun to play guild, we're only in it for the fun or to just enjoy ourselves. I don't care how strong you are, I already said that at point 5. I'm basically willing to give everyone a chance. So if you're a bit more experienced than like some of the other teammates, try to help them out, at least the ones who are less experienced. And once again, we hold no requirements whatsoever, so everybody can apply. Number 7. Using of the gems during a guild war is completely optional and by no means a must during the war. You will basically never hear me say that you have to use gems. Sometimes I do give you guys a tip, like when it's the best time to use the gems, but that's nothing more than a tip, I just simply don't want my members to spend their gems, if they are going to do it, in a very unnecessary way. Number 8. Members in Incognito should have faith in and trust in how I run the guild. If you disagree on the way I do things, I won't ask you to stay. That being said though, I do wish to point out the obvious, and that is that I will always try to do everything in the best interest of helping out the guild. I'm always open for feedback, but I'm not looking for tips at all. I mean, I've been running Incognito successfully up to this point, and not to brag or anything, but judging by the members, I kind of have the idea that I'm doing a pretty good job in leading at the same time. So that's kind of what I wanted to point out to you guys. And then number 9, maturity. I mean, I'm very laid back as a guild master, but I expect every member to at least know what they can say or not. I mean, to state the obvious to you guys, I absolutely have zero tolerance to the members who are going to act very racial, who are going to be very discriminating towards other members, who's going to start spamming and flooding the chat is also not allowed. You know, you can talk and everything, but do not spam stickers and everything. That's just really annoying. And I don't know, I don't even mind a sticker or 1 or 2, but if you're just going to only spam them, it's just really annoying. Also, respect is very important. I mean, if you dislike a member, simply go out of the way of the person. I mean, if you cannot really show us your maturity, you're not welcome as a member. And I mean, maturity doesn't really mean that you have to be over 18 or something. I mean, you can be 13 years old, join us and everything, and you can be a very mature person. It's okay, you know. There will be times and stuff for jokes, but don't take it too far, because, you know, most people are a little bit more sensitive than others, and some people can handle it, but others cannot. And every single person deserves a chance to be the person they want to be. So I think, all in all, this kind of stuff is very straightforward. If you cannot accept this fact, then I'd say just please apply to a different guild. So this pretty much covers the basics of who we are and what you can expect. Now, actually right now, let's proceed to step number 2, how to apply to Incognito. So basically there will only be one way to apply for Incognito, and this is through the Line app. You need to download it for your smartphone or your tablet, and you can do so in the store for free. If you do not understand the following steps, just please go to the website, or just look up a YouTube tutorial or something, or just look it up online via Google, because I don't really feel the need to explain it to every other person who doesn't get it. Once you've downloaded the Line app, I suggest you go to your profile and create a user ID, and well, basically you can use this ID if you just want other people to add you to their line. And my own ID is ReversalKND. And oh yeah, by the way, KND stands for Knights and Dragons, in case you didn't know. But once you've added me online, you can talk to me by going to the Friends tab and by selecting my name. And once you've done that, you're ready to send me your application. So step number 3, what is a good application? Well, it's very simple, really. I'm not even kidding you. It's really simple. I mean, there are a couple of things that I want to know from the person who is actually applying to my guild. And first of all, what is your reasoning for joining us? I mean, usually I get messages like, let me think. Usually I get messages like, well, I think your guild is pretty cool, or I want to really help you guys out, or I want to be in a strong guild, or another one is, I want to help your guild get into the top 10 with wars, or I'm looking for friends. And this is like the one that I remember most. It was like, I want to join your guild because I'm level 60 and I have no guilds, and last war I got 75 fights done. I mean, sorry guys, but I literally get these kinds of excuses in every single application why you guys want to join. So because of this, I am looking for something with a little bit more creativity. So you guys need to be a little bit more creative and original. You know, you gotta try your best to come up with something that, you know, tells me that I can actually take your application serious. Because, you know, to give you guys a tip, you should also kind of understand the kind of person we're looking for by going to step 1 and understanding what kind of guild we are. So another thing I want to know is what we can expect from you. I mean, by this, I'm basically telling you guys, like, how active you are. Are you a casual player? Are you like a hardcore player? Are you a social player? Are you a team player? Or are you just someone who's just in it for the fun and the gigs and the giggles and everything? I mean, I don't know what kind of person you are, and I'm not a psychic or anything. I cannot like read what kind of person you are, so you guys gotta tell me up front. And, you know, please do not lie about it. In the end, you know, we'll find out, and I don't want to kick you out for being a liar and stuff like that. I mean, that's part of the maturity, really. Also, please tell me the times in which you're usually active on Knights and Dragons, and while you're at it, please also let me know in which country you live in, so that way I got an idea of where you're coming from and everything, and that would be cool. And with that being said, I also want to tell you guys the absolute don'ts when you're applying for Incognito. So basically, number one is don't spam me. I mean, I will get your message, you know, I will actually get your message and everything, and just don't spam me. I mean, your message will arrive. I have so many people sometimes spamming me. When I'm not responding immediately, they're like, hey Reversal, are you like reading my message? Yes, I'm reading your message, but it's really annoying to constantly having my phone like bleep bleep when I'm actually busy doing something else besides Knights and Dragons. I mean, it's cool, but please do not spam me. Number two, I don't care how awesome of a person you are, so please do not go and sending me your knights and your castle and tell me which guilds you've been in and everything. I mean, I'm not asking for it. I said this a couple of times, but I don't really like people who tend to brag. Number three is, please do not suck up to me. Like, treat me as if I'm like a normal person, not a celebrity or anything. I mean, this one time I actually had a dude coming up to me and he said this. I will serve you, my lord, will you please invite me into Incognito? I really like your videos, I really this, I really that. I was like, come on man, like I don't want to invite a person like that. It's just like, I'm not looking for people who are just going to suck up to me all the time. I mean, I'm looking for people who could potentially be good friends with me. I'm not looking for people who are going to put me on a higher stature than I actually am. So, you know, that's just to put it out through you, just to be very straightforward with you guys. I kind of want the people to be real and not fake, if that makes any sense. And also number four, that's also pretty important, is don't beg. I mean, if I rejected you, instead of begging, please try to think of a better application instead of begging me all the time while I'm not inviting you. Even though I'm always very straightforward, and you know, it should be self-explanatory why I didn't invite you. So yeah, that basically covers everything, how to apply it into Incognito. So what if I accepted you? What will happen next? Well, basically that is step 4, that's the waiting process. If I accepted you, I won't invite you immediately into Incognito because, well, for the main part we have a waiting list. And if I accepted you, I will send you an invite to our waiting room. This actually does mean you have been accepted and you will become a part of the guild. But you just have to wait for your turn because other people applied to you first. So right now the waiting list is about 5 people. I also wanted to tell you guys in advance that if your application is really good, and I mean this is pretty mean, but if your application is really awesome, and this happened a couple of times, you will be joining us earlier than those who kind of send us like decent yet good enough applications. I mean, this is really unfair and I know, but I've always done it this way. And I'd much rather have someone in the guild who I can connect with more, who I find a really, well, nice potentially person to have in the guild. And I don't care for if you're epic or anything. If you just started out the game but your personality is just great, I would rather like have you in the guild immediately. You know, basically me accepting you in the guild already means that you're a cool person in general. And I would like to have you around in our guild. But there's a difference between someone who's leaving a good application who's getting accepted, and someone who's leaving an exceptional great application and who's getting accepted. So if you're actually waiting in line and you actually go from the 5th place in the waiting line to the 6th place, please do not be upset, but the other person just left a better application, so I think they deserve to be in earlier. Also, I cannot exactly say how long the waiting time is, but there has been moments in where people had to wait for 3 weeks to eventually get in. But I want to say that eventually they got in the guild and they don't reject it one bit. So just to give you guys a heads up, it might take a while for you guys to actually join in. Also, being in the waiting room means that you will be in the room with your potential guildmates. So also try to hang out with those guys, like talk to them as well. I mean, you already will get a good feeling of what it feels like to be in Incognito, and people usually are there now, are pretty nice. And I will pretty much, you know, announce up front when it will be around your time to join the guild. I will also keep you updated on your like number in waiting list. So if you don't even remember which number you were, I will tell you if you ask me for it. I pretty much hold a list of people in which order they will join in, so just feel free to ask me at any time. Also, if it is your turn to join in and I called your name out and you don't respond within 24 hours, I mean that's a whole day, I will basically let the next person in line join first, because you know, I don't really like having an empty guild, and I think like communication is key, so you guys should be on active online at the same time. Also, don't worry about that, like if you're away or everything, like you still will be the first person to be joining in the guild, but you just might have to wait for a new slot to open up again. And that kind of basically, yeah, pretty much covers everything that you need to know to join Incognito. I mean, and that pretty much like covers everything that you need to know in order to join our guild Incognito. I mean, yeah, I think I've pretty much said everything. So if you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to hook up to me with line. I mean, I'm open for any questions that you guys are giving me. Also, leave your questions in the comment section below. And if you guys like this video, make sure to boom, give it a thumbs up. So basically, I hope to see some of you guys in our guild pretty soon. And I'm going to be talking to you on the Line app from time to time, so feel free to leave me any messages with any questions that you guys are having. From now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video and your attention. I wish you all good luck with applying for our guild, because sometimes it gets a little bit hectic and I might not respond to you, but I'm pretty sure I'll get back to you guys. So for now, I'll be signing off, and I'm meeting you guys back here again on some other video that will be coming out very soon.